If you're new to Battlefield 2042, then I have good news for you because you can basically have unlimited free wall hacks. And you might ask, how is that possible? But well, in 2042 we have specialists, right? And we have one of them called Rao, and it gives you a free wall hack as a gadget. So that's basically what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about everything you need to know about Rao. If you want to master this specialist, this is the place for you. In these series of videos, I give you all the tips and tricks you need, all my experiences with these specialists, so you as a newcomer can have a head start and get things going faster. We also have a playlist for all these series of videos. You can go ahead and click on that down in the description and it will take you straight to that playlist. There you can see all the videos that are made for every single specialist in 2042. And if you don't find your favorite specialist, that means the video is not made yet, but it will be ready in the upcoming weeks. So all you have to do is to stay tuned and that video will drop soon. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Rao. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the specialist gadget and then the specialist trait. For the gadget, you have the cyber warfare suit. The in-game description is something like this. Temporary disables vehicle systems, can also be used to disorient enemy soldiers and hack non-vehicle systems. Now this is very interesting because the description here is really brief and it won't just give you what you need to know. It will do a lot more than that. So there's so much stuff to learn when it comes to this cyber warfare suit. So we're going to start with hacking infantry because first of all, you can hack infantry, you can hack vehicles, and then you can hack some devices, gadgets, for example. And there are some devices like some gates, stuff like that. You can hack them as well. So we're going to start with hacking infantry. So when you hack infantry, what happens is you're going to first of all spot that person and anyone who's within their 10-meter radius. That's very important. If there's someone, for example, 5 meters away from your target that you're basically hacking, what happens is they both get spotted. Now, there's something you need to know. Not only you spot these people, but for a brief moment, for like a second or two, you see them behind everything. In smoke, behind walls, everywhere they are, you can basically see them. It highlights them just like a wall hack. That's very interesting and it will really come in handy. You might not believe it, but sometimes when you hack someone in the smoke, you know exactly where they are and you start spamming them. And it's not like Pike's EMG scanner doesn't temporarily highlight them. Your highlight is permanent. For that 2 seconds, you basically see them everywhere they go. So you can easily just shoot them through smoke, know where they are behind walls, and that is very important when it comes to Rao's cyber warfare suit. Now you might have 10 people within the 10 meters radius, and they will all be spotted and they will all be highlighted for yourself as well. So that's a really strong gadget, and there's one thing you also need to know. This is not a selfish gadget because you kind of spot these people, and if there's someone spotted, your whole team is going to be taking advantage from this action. There's probably someone rushing, and that person will actually see them on the minimap. Maybe you help them get a kill, right? So it's not a selfish gadget at all. It's really good for team play and not only benefits you, but benefits your entire team. But when it comes to it, it's not limited to infantry. You can also go ahead and hack vehicles, and all the systems on that vehicle are considered critically damaged. But they can still use, things like active protection, and also they can fire. However, they will be slowed down and their systems will be malfunctioning. It's like when a system takes critical damage, for example. If the moving parts of that vehicle, let's say a tank, takes critical damage, they will be slowed down. They will be basically disabled for a moment, for a few seconds, and then they can get back up and start moving. So that's what it does to vehicles. However, there's a tip for that hacking vehicle that I'm going to give it to you in just a few seconds. But let's go ahead and take a look at what else this cyber warfare suit can do, because you might not believe this, but it can also do more. You can also hack enemy gadgets. It's very simple. You can hack Irish trophy system, it will disable it. You can hack Boris sentry gun, that will be disabled. You can also hack the rangers, those robot dogs that you see on the battlefield. They really hurt people, not only you, but it hurts everyone. Everyone's crazy about it. They really suck and they're really a pain in the butt. So if you come across one, do make sure to hack it as Rao, because you're gonna help your team a lot. So it can do those kind of stuff as well, hacking gadgets and destroying them. But that's not even all. You can also toggle roadblocks, some bridges. There are bridges on Kaleidoscope, for example, that you can kind of move. And that's not really important when it comes to Rao, but it's just something to know that yeah, you can hack into those things. But to be honest, that's really nothing important. So don't waste your time with that. Just know that you can hack infantry, vehicles, and also gadgets. Now for the gadget, it takes a few seconds, something like a cooldown, so you can't use it in that time frame. But as soon as it gets ready after that few seconds, you can go ahead and use it again, hack people, hack vehicles, and just enjoy the benefits. So it's just a few seconds of cooldown and then you're good to go again. You can just go ahead and spam this with a few seconds of cooldown, nothing too serious. Go ahead and spam that and you will really help your team as well. So that's all about the specialist gadget, right? But what about the specialist trait? It's called acquisition, and those who damage you become spotted. So that's very important whether you're playing long range with a sniper rifle, medium range with a DMR, or you're playing upfront close range. It will really help you because no matter how many people damage you, they all get spotted. And you might not be able to take them down, but maybe someone in your team will, and that will really help you and your team. So even your passive, even your trait will help your team as well as yourself. So that's why Rao is very important as a team play oriented specialist, because nothing that this specialist offers is selfish. Everything you do kind of helps your team. So in my opinion, it's one of the strengths of this specialist, and you will start to notice this the more you play, because you're going to see those spot assists, you're going to see so much stuff that you can help your team with, and that will really encourage you to just play more and more and help your team a lot more than specialists like Pike do, for example. However, the main difference between hacking infantry and hacking vehicles is the time it takes to actually go ahead and do that. So when you want to hack infantry, it takes like a blink of an eye. You're going to just go for the hack and they're hacked, done. However, that's not the case with vehicles. With vehicles, it takes some more time, okay? And most of the times when you try to engage that directly with the vehicle, there are threats on the battlefield that can take you down. Whether it be the same vehicle that you're trying to hack, whether it be enemy snipers, whether it be, just enemy soldiers trying to take you down, it will take some time because you're going to be vulnerable. You won't be having access to your weapons. You can't do anything while hacked. And because of that, you need to take into consideration one simple fact. If you are going for hacking a vehicle, you need to make sure that you're in a safe spot, that you're behind a cover or something, so people can't just take you off guard while you're trying to hack something. Because as I said, you don't really have access to your weapons. So in my opinion, you should try to do two things. First of all, make sure you're safe if you're hacking a vehicle. And second of all, don't try to really go for hacking vehicles because you don't really get a lot out of it unless that vehicle is really hurting the team. And if you see it, for example, running away, try to hack it and leave it for the engineers to take care of it, right? You can do those kind of stuff. But in my opinion, it's not worth the headache. And if you want to be more effective, just go for the infantry because that will really help your team a lot more. And it's really satisfying, to be honest, compared to hacking vehicles. So do keep that in mind. You should also try to get used to hacking people more often. Not only you can see them all, but so does your team. And you're going to really help them a lot. And don't really try to dive into gameplay and just run and gun doing nothing. Remember that you have a very effective cyber warfare suit. Use it as much as you can. Like as soon as you can, as soon as you're in cover, in somewhere safe, immediately go for a hack. You're going to hack someone. That person is close to some teammates, especially in like game modes like Rush and Breakthrough, where you have a lot of people populating in one place. You're going to spot loads of people, and then you're going to either push them or you're going to leave it to your teammates that are in front in the battlefield, and they're going to take them out easily. There's also one more thing about hacking infantry. When you hack them, infantry, vehicle, doesn't matter, their systems are going to be malfunctioning. For example, if you're being hacked by Rao, first of all, you will see your minmap glitching, your screen kind of starts tearing. There's some sort of special effect that comes into your screen, and for mediocre players even, that will completely distract. You might not believe this, but every single player, when they start playing Battlefield 2042 and they get hacked by Rao, they're distracted. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Like, why is my minimap not working? Why is my screen looking like I'm being hacked by CIA? Those kind of stuff. So it's gonna distract people to a degree, especially those new players or those who are not really used to what's going on in 2042 just yet. They will be distracted, and you will have an easier time. You and your teammates, really doesn't matter. You will have an easier time taking them down, and that is also an advantage. When it comes to playstyle, however, I can consider Rao in both scenarios, CQB or long range, and it will excel in all of them. But there's a specific range for Rao that, in my opinion, works best for this specialist. So what I think works best for Rao is close to medium range. So even if you're going for like sniping, in my opinion, you should go with something like the 2038 thermal, a 6x scope that you can actually play a bit aggressively with and stay in that medium to close range radius, so you can basically hack people effectively. Especially if you're playing Breakthrough or Rush, you need to be staying close to that front line so that you can hack people and benefit your team, right? So in my opinion, if you want to play Rao, you can go ahead and play SMGs, play up front completely. But the sweet spot, in my opinion, is medium range. Something like 100, 120 meters max, and you playing something like the SVD, for example, or the SVK, play, or any other DMR really, play something like that. Even if you're playing a sniper rifle, try to be aggressive because that's how Rao actually plays and that's how you can get the most out of it. However, because of your acquisition trait, even if you go long range, even if someone shoots you and they damage you, every single person in your team will see them because they're going to be spotted. And it's even easier for yourself to spot snipers that actually damage you because of this passive trait. So basically with Rao, you can use everything you want, every weapon, every gadget, and every throwable depending on your playstyle. So that's why I really like Rao and how this specialist plays. In my opinion, it's really strong. If you get used to it and if you kind of get used to hacking people more often, this specialist is really one of the most powerful specialists in the game. When it comes to team play, when it comes to working with a squad, you're basically connected to each other, talking to each other maybe. Rao is one of the best specialists for those kind of squads. So if you're playing with friends, in my opinion, a Rao in your team can really be beneficial. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope this video was helpful, somewhat informative. I gave you everything I knew about Rao, every experience that I had. If you're watching this video as a more experienced player, and if you think I've missed something, go ahead and comment that down below. Just let newcomers also use your experience, and I'm pretty sure the comment section of this video will be somewhere even more informative. Thank you all guys for watching. Until next time, guys, stay cool.